Hey everybody, it's Will again here, KenRTC. My last video, I went over attaching a knife and some other items to your EDCs or your bobs. And this one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and rob some stuff out of my other bag, out of my bob. We're throwing technically, like I said in the last one, this is my EDC and my bob. So, but I'm making a separate EDC carry bag. So my everyday carry. This is going to be my generic bag. So what do we have here? I did not go out and buy an expensive bag. What I did with this bag was I actually found a bag that was in it was a thrift store, a local thrift store. Well, not local, it was 20 miles away. But or excuse me, I didn't. A family member did. Anyway, and they got to thinking, well, it was cheap. It was next to nothing anyway. I think it was like 10 cents. Was what they said it was. But it's got it's got a couple of decent sized pockets and a place to put your water. So and what I'm going to show you is what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to go through and we have in here. Now, got our flask. Shh. Nobody saw that. Alright. We're going to start out with this top. See, what can we put in here? We can put, let's see, our, actually got my spoon up here. Make sure it's all dried off. Like I said before, if I haven't already, I use my equipment and I use my bag every day. So I actually use the stuff that's in my bag. What else do I recommend? Here's a good recommendation. I have, for example, this is a longer pill bottle, and although it is an older one, what I've done is I've got things like some important information. You can keep some extra cash on you if you need to. You can keep here, for example, title to a vehicle, stuff like that. Put it in a baggie. Get the air out of the baggie. This one I've also got some extra writing paper along with that information. So zipped up, it's watertight, and out the way. Let's see. We're going to put this in here as well. So this is going to be, we need to write or something like that. All right, here. What we got here? We got a smaller multi-tool. That's a good item to have. We've got here, we've got some tweezers and some small scissors and some healthcare kit. We could always put that in there because you gotta make sure the fingernails. You don't want to be ripped up fingernail. Here's one thing. A buddy of mine was out, another prepper, and was out doing some stuff out, and not going to disclose that exactly what it was or where it's at, but I'm going to say we needed either a marker or a pencil, and I found out the hard way that I did not have any markers and I did not have any pencils. Although I did have a pen. So what I'm going to recommend is pencil, and we got two Sharpies. We got a red super and we got a black. So pencil, trust me, when you don't think you're going to need it, or when you least expect needing it, that's when you're going to need something. Alright, I have a straw that was out of another container, so thinking here, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this in there, because you never know, you might need to, you know, something like that, you might need it, you never know. Alright, something that I'd recommend, and I'm going to have to buy doubles and all that for these, it's not a problem. Let's see here, a no mess WD-40 pen. Yeah, you always should carry 4 WD-40 on you. Alright, what else do we have here? We have got a little pair of tweezers, or grips, and this one actually has got a cutting edge on it. I'm going to recommend, so we'll put that in there. And that'll take care of the stuff we have in here. So we just save room. Remember, you want ounces, not pounds. Alright, that means we won't have to carry that. Another good thing I'll recommend in there, in a bag, is this little item here that can be picked up at places like your hardware supply stores, for just a couple of bucks. And all it is just a little mirror, a little telescoping mirror. It's nice to be able to see around corners. I've actually used it to light char cloth with, so, and I'm going to tell you, it works, and this will forever be in my bag. Let's see here, we still got plenty of room, so you know, we're going to want a good knife, so you can put a good knife here. Remember, we've still got a bag here that we can, you know, we can stick stuff in. I'm going to go ahead and put this right here for now. Super glue. Always carry super glue. Let's see. Here's an old goalie. Any Harbor Freight for a couple of bucks, you can get generic magnesium bar. Be able to start a fire. That's a good backup. Matches. Matches are a good backup to a backup. A way to sharpen your tools and knives. Alright. See here. I also keep a flat file, and a round, or a flat file, a triangle file, and in here somewhere. Here we go. There's actually 2 triangle files and a round file. So, looking at, take the round, a triangle, take, these are always nice to have handy. zip ties. Now remember, we're just getting one of these so far. We're still going here. All right. Earplugs. I've seen a lot of these overlooked. There are times you may want earplugs. There's a time you may not want earplugs. But I always recommend, you know, a couple of pair of earplugs. They're cheap. They cost dang near nothing. They don't take up any room. And like I said, I've got backups to backups here. So let's see here. If you've got a flashlight, like I've got sitting over there, but it's a little clip and it takes 3 batteries. Keep extra batteries to something. I at least recommend keeping 1 set of batteries for an emergency backup. This is more or less a novelty. Not really needed too much, but it's a corkscrew. Alright. Here's yet another one we can actually throw on the front. Since this handle's broke, we can actually take the, and I'll end up doing that because I keep that on the outside. So, and I'll either tie it with some fishing string, or again, we can use zip ties to attach it to the front. That way we've got another knife. So paracord, oh man, we need paracord. Every bug out bag and EDC bag should have paracord. Magnifying glass, whether you want to keep something small or large. I like this thing here. I can take the handle off and I can pull it out, but I keep this for 2 reasons. I can throw batteries in and rip it apart. Use batteries to make you know, fire, or which I really shouldn't have to, but I've had this for so long, and this is great for big lens, and it really sucks in the heat. And I mean, it'll put a hole through a, you know, sheet of plywood in, you know, about 60 seconds. You really need, you know, like I said, a magnifying glass would work great. Probably better off if you do something small. Let's see what else. We'll rob from the next one now. Alright. Let's see here. A knife. This is, it's always nice to have a good knife. I recommend everybody should always have a fixed blade, and you know, a foldable knife. Backups to backups. Alright, this is where it's going to get interesting. What do we got here? We got jar cloth. We got some rubber gloves. We got dust mask. We got in here we've got a personal hygiene. Some things like, you know, like a little toothbrush here. We've got a, you know, some different stuff. I even have, here's something that I don't see in a lot of bags, which I should be seeing. This is just like the baby Orajel. You know, if you get some Orajel, sometimes you may need something, you know, if you get a toothache or something, SHTF, or if you're unavailable to get to a doctor. First aid kit, things like Neosporin is always a good thing to have. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put all this back together, and we're going to put a rubber band around it, and let's see, close this up. Another thing I would like to take this time right now to mention is that if you have any medications or anything like that, make sure that goes in your bag. Alright. I have goodies. I keep, you know, extra chicken flavor and tangy barbecue, you know, different sauces, salt, peppers, extra straws. You know, just literally from about everywhere, Long John Silver's to McDonald's to, you know, Burger King, stuff like that. This is one of those personal items that it is not a necessity, but it will help you get through a hard time, or, you know, a hard several days, or when you're out in the bush or you're stuck out in the wild. Okay, the next thing is going to be your for your weapons. I've got a gun cleaning kit. This one is like $8 at Walmart. Come on, you don't have to spend a lot of money. All right. The thing that I've done is I've actually went to, for like $1. I got these little brushes that are meant for cleaning the paint guns at Harbor Freight. These are great for getting into small details on your guns and weapons. Alright, I've taken them out of the little package, I've put them in a little baggie, and it's nice to have. It may not be a necessity in your EDC, but I do recommend to keep something like this in an EDC as well as your bug out bag. You should always have a way to clean your guns. Alright, and here I've got, which I need to grab some more, but I've got, these are Orion flares, and these are older flares, but, you know, flares. Man, flares can, you know, you've got fire, it's always hot, you can use it for emergencies or for the road or whatnot. Again, I can still smell them through the plastic. You know, some kind of flare. The next thing here is, I'm not going to pull it out and go into detail, but everything from a pair of scissors to your ibuprofen, your aspirin, your medical kit, your dental floss, you know, band-aids, just, you know, that's a good thing. And actually, I think this will work perfect for it. Wow. Maybe not. Alright. Worked perfect. Alright. Now that one was awesome. It worked perfect. As you can see, I've done some, you know, used some fishing string, and I put a few things on mine. Things friends, Sergeant, for example, things people have given me. Just kind of a personal thing. I think that SHTF, something like this helps break up the whole bug out bag thing if you're going through checkpoints, because they're on fishing string, so I can always take them back off and resell them if I wanted to, you know, for to stay out of people's way if people can't see any shining or anything like that. Alright, the next one is going to be a flare gun. Flare guns are nice to have. One of the things I've taken the liberty to do with the flare gun is with the Orion flare gun from Walmart. They're a 12 gauge flare, and you can buy the different flares. For example, they come with red flares. So, and they don't, I had to put something on here. One thing I recommend doing is taking the flares and, you know, well, I've cut just a little bit off, be able to put in a different pouch. Anyway, if you take some 12 gauge shells, and I've reloaded some shells, but taken some primers and in those primers and cut it off, but the small brass, you can even use the longer brass. But what I have now is I have something that, you know, if I don't want to use my flares and I'm in a camp just camping, or if I'm in an emergency situation where I may not need to use the flares, I mean, just depending on it, I've actually got a way to make noise. So now and trust me, it sounds just like shooting off a 12 gauge shotgun. And again, a pair of earplugs, because just in case you might think you're going to hurt your ears. Okay, gloves. Here we go. Keep a pair of like mechanics gloves. I recommend you get a pair of like leather work gloves, like $5 or $6 gloves from Harbor Freight or something like that. Then you want something like mechanics gloves, you know, and then maybe you want short finger gloves. So, we're at a motorcycle, so this is kind of one of the choices I have. Alright. This is one of the most important items you will ever put in any EDC or bug out bag. Toilet paper. I take the center roll out and I keep a whole freaking roll. Yes, it may take up room. Alright. As I was saying again, I've got, for example, a little bottle of water. This thing is not going to do much good, but I get an emergency. It's, like I said, it's going to be better than nothing. I had somebody give it to me, so I always stuck it in my bag. You can either stick it in your bag, or preferably, you should probably get a bigger bigger bottle of water. A regular sized bottle of water anyway. Alright, here we go. An emergency, like I said, these little Kool-Aid jammer things. Let's throw a couple in here. And throw some duct tape. I don't just use a little bit. I unravel it. What I do is I unroll it, and I roll it onto something smaller. That way I can have as much as I can in there. And for your weapon, any weapon or any gun you may have, always you can throw some things like some extra bag of extra ammunition. If you carry a 9mm, 22, always carry extra ammunition for the firearm you have. I mean, for all you other preppers, I know I'm gonna kind of probably cut it off here, but food-wise, you can do a couple of things like, you know, we'll throw some of these in here. You know, of course, you may want to organize it. Now, it's your option if you want to carry your EDC bag, you know, a cooking set or not. Or some people may, you know, oh, I think that'll fit perfect too. See if we got room here for this. Some people may choose to have, you know, something to maybe relax themselves with, SHT to calm you down. And what we have here is we can add to, or take away from. For those of you who have EDC bags, I mean, just this video is intended to kind of help people get started on some bags. I know there's a lot of people out there that are looking to try to get started and they're not real sure what to do. And there we go. We got, you know, some of our essentials, and I've actually put quite a bit of stuff in this little pack. And I've got more than, you know, I've got a lot of room. I've still got a lot of room in pouches. You know, I've got quite a bit of first aid, which is definitely more than you're going to need for maybe a couple of days. For just an EDC, this is more like a Bob than really an EDC, but you got you got a lot of main essentials. You got some backups to backups, you have a real advantage. You're going to have a big advantage should something happen if you're out on the road. So, and this is big enough that you can throw in the car with you. You can take it in, and it's still small enough where you can put it underneath your desk at work if you have to, or in the corner in the office. So, and it's not going to take up much room. This is something that's not really noticeable. I know a lot of people prefer things like tactical messenger bags, and I was looking at some stuff, and I was going to actually buy one of the tactical messenger bags, but I got to looking at room versus money, and since I don't have a lot of money to go out and spend on a lot of products, you kind of have to go with the flow and do what you have to do with what you have. So you know, I went to a garage sale here a few weeks ago, and I saw a bag that was almost like this that would have been great for somebody's EDC or a basic bug out bag, a good starter kit, and they only wanted $1 for it. It was like a $30 bag, and they wanted $1 for it. So, you know, these are some main things that you can get and you can put in your bag. You can always add on things like, you know, extra fire starters. Here we go. I want to do this real quick. Let you guys see this here. Just to show you. Backups to backups. I've got, you know, my ferro rods. You know, I've got 2 of them here. So I always keep extra, you know, and yet again, like I said, there's more than plenty of room to throw, you know, 1 or even 2 more of those. So, and as you organize it, you got to figure what you want and what you use the most, or what you're probably going to use, and you kind of set that out front. And the stuff you're no less likely to use right away, you kind of want to put that in the back or on the other side, or you know, down at the bottom of your bag. I do recommend you put things, you get, for things you can get silicone, or they're for like stuff that you get in boots. You get boots and stuff like that that keeps the moisture and stuff out. So you can put stuff like that in bags, you can throw it in there, that'll help keep some of the moisture down. If you throw your important papers and stuff like that in plastic bags, your toilet paper, anything you think that might get wet, a good rule of thumb is to expect it to get wet. I got some Camp Dry that I'm going to throw on here, and I need to throw some on this as well, and maybe I'll do a video. I think I'll go ahead and do a video on that too, when I get around to doing that. But it's an old thing. It's Camp Dry, and it's a spray. You can do, there's a lot of different products out there that you can buy, but all it is, it's in like a spray paint can, and it's a silicone mixture, and you spray it on your tents and stuff like that, and that will actually dry it, you know, or keep it waterproof. And again, that'll waterproof your bag. So you can take an old bag, and before you know it, you can have something that's not worth anything to anybody. Get something cheap and have something you're going to be able to use. So I'm sorry this took so long, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys liked the video, disliked the video. I mean, give your reasons for liking and give your reasons for disliking. I really want people to kind of get involved here, but tell me what you'd put in an EDC that I missed in this one, and let's help the other, you know, these other preppers out there. Let's help the new people out there that are getting there, and let's give them some real good information, brothers and sisters. Let's help out our other brothers and sisters. That's what we're about. That's what we're pretty good at, and that's what we need to do. So, in order to get through, you know, the crisis that's going on now, and pretty sure preferably pretty soon in the future, we need to pull together, and we need to help each other out. So I've received a lot of help. I've received a lot of questions. I have no problem helping people out as much as I can, to the best of my knowledge. So, and again, that'll be it. And I'll snip you later, everybody. And I guess keep an eye out for the next video, because they're going to start coming again. Ooh. Bye, everybody.